Hi, friends. My name's Brandon Michael Williams, and I've written a lot of songs. I've been looking back on some songs as I transition into a new career. I've been thinking about some of my songs and letting go of the old career, semi-career. I never got paid for it. Hobby, and one of them was "Running Away," which is a song that has some musical value as well as individual psychological value for me. It was kind of the culmination of realizing that I was running away in a lot of different areas of my life. We're not in MTV, what was that? What that show used to be called? We're not on VH1 Storytellers. So I just want to talk about the music. And so I was thinking about, there's a book by George Martin, who was the producer of the Beatles, called All You Need Is Ears. Obviously a pun on All You Need Is Love. But his whole idea was that, and he's one of the greatest producers, in my opinion, that's lived as far as pop music goes. And his whole idea, coming from a place of humility, he just said, all you need is ears, so just listen. And I really drew from that and thinking, or that inspired me to think about how I approach music. And a lot of, for me, what happens intuitively as well as on purpose is that you just kind of naturally borrow from what other people are doing. So Running Away has this kind of musical, as I said in one of the previous videos, that I need something that draws me in, that's going to encourage me to write lyrics, but some kind of interesting melody. So that was interesting to me. And I arrived at that by just trying to think of, I was listening to Jackson Browne's, what's that song? These Days, which is a kind of that kind of walk down that you hear a lot. That's really satisfying to the ear too, especially on the guitar. So I was thinking about Jackson Browne, and I wanted to think, I want to come up with some kind of walk down song, something I can. And then I kept playing with that for weeks and weeks, just trying to find out some way to do that was interesting, to where it just wasn't the same old thing. You've probably heard several songs like that. And so at some point, that was really interesting to me, because at one point we're going down from C to B. That's the walk down, but then also the index finger goes up to a G sharp. So we're in C, and there's the G right there. Or G with the capo, so just thinking about tuning, it's not actually a natural G, or a concert G. So you go up to the G sharp there, which brings you into the A. So I thought that was an interesting little figure. But then I couldn't figure out, what do I do with this? How do I make this even more interesting? And that's where a different picking pattern. I was doing a lot of I didn't want to do that. And I was trying to think of what's a unique pattern. And something I hadn't tried before was doing the middle finger and the ring finger on the top two strings, the B and the E. So you had the thumb, which is kind of doing the walk down from C to B to A. The index finger, which is doing the walk up to G, and then you have these kind of the middle and ring finger that's doing the B and E, which is the fourths. And the chorus. Which is just D minor over F to E7. And then adding an F to that, so making that kind of diminished. And then back into it. So that was the interesting thing for me that I wanted to build upon, is doing. And that was immediately recognizable to me. So I worked on this song for about 2 years. Follow me. At first I had that pattern, and I didn't really know what else to do with it. And then I was writing music, so then I started writing about the running away and all that we can discuss later. Actually, I'm going to bring the guitar with me. Sam, you okay to keep filming? Okay, thank you. So then I was thinking, well, okay, so that's enough, and that's pretty good, but what else can I do? How else can I add to this? Where's the vocal hook? So you have kind of a guitar melody that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting, but where's the piano melody? What's the thing that pulls you in? And that's where listening to or watching a film called Umbrellas of Cherbourg by Jacques Demy, I think. It's a French film. It's all a musical. And in that, there's this song. It's like the main theme of the film. And the English version of that is, if it takes forever, I will wait for you. And that was done by Michel. I can't remember the composer's name now. More modern viewers of television will recognize that from Futurama, where the dog waits for Fry. And so that melody, there's something in that, and that was so hooking to me when I saw the movie. And obviously, there's a lot of emotional connection with the imagery in the movie and the story, but the music itself pulls you in. And what happens? Would you mind coming this way? What happens is, I was trying to figure that melody out, and why is that so enticing? And what it is if it takes forever, I will wait for you. I was singing it wrong earlier. But what happens there, and this probably won't be in the same key, but there's a suspension from the fourth to the third. So if we're in F sharp, and I'm just using this for the case of Running Away. I don't know what key that actual song is in. What happens is there's a suspension here on the fourth, which the B is in the key, but that's an unusual suspension because there's dissonance between the B flat, or A sharp, and B. That resolves. And what Michel, whatever his last name is, I've forgotten. If it takes forever, and then he repeats the pattern, I will wait for you, that suspension. I really wanted to borrow that, and I really wanted to use that, so I did in Running Away, which is, we kind of do the tritone in the song, which this is what really creates the tension. This is part of the blues scale. Yeah. If you're in the minor key. Where's the... So. Nah, there it is. So that's the blues scale, is bringing in that tritone. Originally in classical music, that was called the devil's tone, or the devil's something, because it was so, that's so outside the key to play a C in the key of F sharp, which would be the tritone, which is the diminished fifth, so going down from the fifth, or the augmented fourth. So it starts with that, and that's already off-putting because you're using a blues scale in a major key. But this is how Running Away, borrowing from that theme from Umbrellas of Cherbourg, this is the vocal melody that I started with the piano that eventually becomes part of the vocal. So anyway, there's the... I once had a professor when I was getting my associate degree in music that said, all music is the building and releasing of tension. And that's what draws the listener in, is the satisfaction of releasing the tension and the kind of the emotion that happens when you build up the tension. So here is, you want that to resolve. That's the building. There's the satisfaction coming down into the E flat minor. So there was the vocal melody, but then was thinking about, well, how do I want to deliver the vocal? That's the main vocal melody. There are no words on that. That just kind of sets up the songs over the guitar part, which is again. So far we have Jackson Browne, These Days, Umbrellas of Cherbourg, main theme from the film. Michel Gondry, I think. No, that's another filmmaker. I can't remember his name. And then, how do I want to deliver the music? And this is where Patsy Cline came in, because Patsy Cline has what?
My answer.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm almost done. So Patsy Cline has this incredible ability to do forzando in her vocal ability, which is, that's an Italian term for where you accent the thing, you come off of it, and then you come back into it. So it's kind of like, you hit it hard, and then you crescendo, you go down, and then you crescendo back. And she does that in her music in a very subtle way. And that's, should cancer ever knock on my door, I wouldn't be courageous enough to ask for more. I'll continue well practice retreat, faithful submission to what is killing me. I keep running away. So that kind of away and then building back up was where Patsy Cline came into the picture. So to circle around, Sam's hands are getting tired. You're probably losing your interest. All you need is ears if you want to create a song. Learn from other people. I'm not saying I'm a great songwriter, but I'm proud of the songs that I've made, and Running Away is one that I'm proud of. And all you need is ears. Listen. You want to start with a Jackson Browne Walk Down, then you want to borrow from Umbrellas of Cherbourg, and then you want to pull from Patsy Cline, and you just keep listening. And there's a Fiona Apple song I was listening to the other day, and I thought, oh man, that's such a cool drum beat that she did there. I want to borrow and steal that someday. And so you do kind of borrow from other people and you make it your own, but it's all about actively listening to what's going on, learning from it, and seeing how you can incorporate it in a way that is your own unique style. But if you don't listen, then you can't create. So it's part of acknowledging the brilliance of other people, stealing their ideas, and somehow making it your own. And that's Songwriting 101. We'll see you next time.